And welcome back to another amazing, awesome, wonderful episode of Behind the Mask. And we are now, or I should say, I am now finally caught up in 2023 with my internet. So I now have a solid line to my internet. I just had to kind of dig back deep into like the earlier, like I guess you could say 2000s, and bust out an Ethernet cable to run straight up into my computer because my little closet studio doesn't get very good internet. So, anyways, I don't think you want to hear about all my internet woes and everything, but I am your host Eugene with my wonderful co-host right there wearing a splooge spot on his shirt. Dennis, what's going on?
You know how I do it. Yeah, no, I'm sporting the What a Baller shirt that or one of the shirts that Lupe got for us. So I honestly I figured Eugene, you probably weren't gonna want the orange one, so I took the orange one. So the gray one's yours.
Appreciate it. Like I said, I don't care. I mean, I would have still worn the orange one. I'm trying to add a little bit more color to my wardrobe, even though right now I'm wearing a black shirt and like most of my shirts are black anyways. But I
Yeah.
do have which, oh shoot, I should have thrown that on. That's what I should have worn tonight. My blue ghost shirt. I've
Oh,
worn
yeah.
it already before, right?
You have. You have.
I have. I should have thrown that on because obviously we want to say that, and I don't have one right now, but I did have one earlier because I needed it while I was trying to run this stupid Cat 5 through my house to drop down into the wall and get me some like decent internet. So, um, but I need the energy. So, of course, what did I drink? I drank a Ghost. And Dennis has got his display right there. Look at that. We are definitely not sponsored by Ghost, but we do buy it a lot, want to get sponsored by Ghost because we do love that legendary energy, the epic focus, zero sugar, and no artificial colors. But it's got a lot of great natural caffeine to it and a
Yep.
lot of other great things to it. And they've got
The
tons of
flavor,
the
if nothing
flavor,
else, the flavor.
some
Like
great
Ghost
flavors.
is just it's the bomb.
Dude, all the flavors that they keep dropping are freaking amazing. Like they've got a new one coming out, which I'm gonna just say that I'm not too keen on the bubblicious flavors, but Dennis is. So at
Yeah,
least one of
I
us
like I like the bubbly. It is very sweet, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad.
I, yeah, I took one swig of that and I was like, but I do love, of course, the Phase Pop, which is now one of my favorites, along with that Warhead Sour Green Apple. So if you guys get a chance, get out there, go to your local 7-Eleven, Arco, which has the AMPMs, Stater Brothers, Walmart, Target, all those places now have Ghosts available in their stores, so you can get those plus all their other supplements that they have, which is they've got pre-workouts, they've got protein shakes, they got all that awesome stuff too if you do work out. So if you get a chance, check them out. Go to ghostenergy.com, ghostlifestyle.com for all that stuff. And then you could also check them out on Instagram at Ghost Energy, Ghost Lifestyle, and Ghost Gamer because they
Yeah.
do sponsor gamers. So there you go. There's our shout out to Ghost. And then if you guys you can kind of see it by Dennis's name. We do like using Dr. Squatch, which is some great soaps. Mine are up there on the shelf. I've got the best star and the Force Fresh. Uh, all really great stuff. If you are a dude, it's got manly scents, and it even
Yeah.
says on the box, "Great
Yeah.
for men, for
Ugh.
men."
It so like if nothing else, just the pure satisfaction feeling
It's
that like it just it you can feel it. Like I feel my chest hair grow. You know.
well, then I'm going to keep it away from a certain other area because I don't want that hair to just. But check them out. They've got a lot of great products, stuff for the hair, stuff for the beard, stuff for everything else. So check them out. Go to drsquatch.com. Go on to their Instagram, which is Dr. Squatch. And there we go. Shameless plugs for companies that don't pay us, but we definitely pay them to use their stuff. So we love it.
That's right.
Anywho, somebody keeps popping on and off. Is that Lupe? That's or are we just
No, that's probably Mike.
okay?
Probably Mike.
Because we keep seeing
The Twitch viewer, so I think that's Mike.
they come in, then they leave. They come in, and they leave.
It might Lupe might have been the one who came in and left again because that was a YouTube viewer.
Ah.
So.
All right. Well,
we'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are here not to just hear us talk about the products that we like to put in our body or use on our body. You are here to talk, or for us to talk about in this portion or this segment of Tourney Talk, we are going to be talking a little bit about Bunkerfest. That's what just happened this weekend. And from everything that I've seen as far as the Instagram videos, the Instagram posts, just everything about it, of course, again, Chris and Jeff put on a, I don't want to say flawless because I'm sure they had their issues, which we don't know about, but it looked like a flawless tournament that everybody had tons of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, that the pictures, you know, when you see the pictures from the NXL, which again, we're not trying to bash NXL, really, not really.
We don't really have to. They do a pretty good job of it themselves.
Yeah. But the pictures that you get from the NXL are pictures of just like the gameplay, what's going on the field. I don't really see too many happy face pictures, you know, going on. Like what I saw with the Bunkerfest pictures, it was more of like everybody's just, you know, ear to ear smile. Everyone's having fun. Haley got in on the action out there too. She was doing some of their Instagram videos, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I know that this weekend was also WCPPL.
Yeah.
So that was another one that went on. But
yeah, I mean it was event number 2 for both events. You know, unfortunately, we're talking about 2 series that are, you know, very, very well run. The organization is top notch. They're being held at locations where, you know, the players are getting the biggest bang for their buck, you know. But happening at the same time, that makes our job harder. You know.
Well, it also makes it hard when there's like, obviously with NXL, we've got Go Sports, which has a whole production going on for the event. And you can watch the event live. And I know that WCPPL's trying to do that also. They're trying to get it really going. I think it was on their Facebook. Unfortunately, because I was stuck training all weekend from Friday to Sunday, I literally was just driving in circles.
Yeah.
And when I say driving in circles, I literally mean I was driving in a circle, training people how to drive. But I couldn't watch anything that was up online. I just was, you know, obviously I was skimming through the stuff on Instagram in between different drivers and stuff that I was doing. And then I know Bunkerfest doesn't have anything up yet either that we could really watch, right? Or was it was on Facebook? That was on their Facebook too, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I didn't get a chance to watch either one of them to see what's going on. So it's a little hard to kind of report much other than what we can see on their Instagram. So if you guys came here to hear all about Tourney Talk, that was it.
Well, and again, I mean, having 2 tournament series going on the same weekend, it makes it a little difficult for us to be able to, keep close tabs on everything. The other thing being is that, as you said, Eugene, you were indisposed, and oftentimes my weekends are taken up with, spending time with my kids and stuff like that. So it's a little bit difficult, in that sense. The other thing that's really tough is just the fact that, I mean, we kind of have a little bit of a, I guess you could say it's a conflict of interest, because Jeff and Chris and the crew over there at Bunkerfest have been, I mean, they've been on the show a few times now, a couple of times at least.
Yeah.
And we talk about them all the time. But WCCPL is like, that's in our backyard, for one. Our good friends over at Matrix are one of the main sponsors for the series, and we love those guys. I feel bad.
I feel bad because it's like we could get ourselves, if we were free. But on top of that, here's the other thing. So for those of you guys out there, you know what? Let's just say both events went really well. We're going to get out of attorney talk, so we don't because if I cut this up and put this up, that was pretty much. Get down to the nitty-gritty.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, guys. Obviously, WCPPL is in our backyard. Great. We wish we could go to all the events that are going on, but it's a little hard. And I know that I was hoping to get our video from Josh, but I haven't gotten anything yet for the event that he went to over at Zinger PB.
Yeah.
And I know he asked me for the intros and outros, and guys, I'm going to be honest. It's hard at times for me to get stuff out because I am doing, on top of this show, we do the other show. And then on top of that show, I also, obviously I work, 12 hours a day for multiple days. Then, especially for this week, I went straight from, I went straight from work right to training. Literally, I got home at like 11 o'clock like 11 o'clock at night. All I had time to do was shower, go straight to bed so I could wake up at like 5 in the morning and head off and do all that the whole weekend. So obviously we weren't going to be able to make that the WCPL event. We want to try to get out to Bunkerfest, but that's a tough thing to do too, because man, this is what happens when I climb around in the attic and I'm breathing in all the what do you call it? Insulation. That was the one thing I hated doing when I was in construction, was insulation. Gets in your throat. So anyways, so on top of this,
Sorry.
I'm probably going to end up with that because all the asbestos and everything that I breathe in over time with construction and in the Army.
Yeah. Not to mention all the dirty paintball cardboard boxes that we inhaled building fields and things like that.
Yep. So I've got something. I don't know what yet. But on top of all these events that we want to do here, both me and Dennis are also obviously heavily involved with the Geek Saga, which is our other podcast. And it would have been a tough weekend because on top of WCPPL was going on, there was also a con that was going on up north, and there was a con going on down here. So there was we would have been spread everywhere.
Yeah.
So for us, we're gonna have to start picking and choosing. Unless we can get some help, that would be great. So, and there's Lupe.
I had to, and since Eugene wouldn't tell me which color he wanted, I just opted for the orange and let him have the gray. But no, I had to, and it fits nice, very, very, very nicely. CMPT did themselves proud with these shirts. They're really nice.
Yeah, I like the shirts. Definitely like the shirts. Ugh. I'm dying over here, guys. Dying.
Cancer. It's got cancer.
Oh, don't say that, but possibly. So anyways, yeah, that's, I mean, it is, like I said, very tough to try to balance this out and also spread ourselves everywhere.
Yeah.
To be able to get everything. So yeah, there we go. That's us in a nutshell. And we're 16 minutes in.
16 minutes in and we haven't said a thing.
Not really. I mean, this is definitely one of those episodes that we were kind of like,
it's going to be a little bit of a filler show. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
you know, let's do it. Oh, okay. Perfect. Very nice. Very nice.
Let's get them on.
Yeah. I mean, it's got like, well, you can't really see it, but it says Lone Star 23 on the sleeve. I mean, like, seriously, the shirts are really, really nice. They did a great job on it. And I've seen some of the jerseys that they do for, you know, the teams and stuff like that, as well as I think they do sublimation on pants as well. Yeah, really nice work. I actually would love to be able to get a hold of them and see if maybe we can get them on the show at some point. That'd be great. No, I know, Lupe. I know. That's what we were talking about it just a little bit ago. But it was difficult for us to be able to get a lot of, you know, time to watch because I think they were both broadcasting their matches on Facebook.
And that's what I'm looking on Facebook, and I'm not seeing.
I know Notorious did really well. Their D4 line took gold for the, you know, in their fourth event in a row, something like that. And then their D5 line took gold as well. So they both, you know, both of their teams really showed up.
Nice. I'm looking. Right now I'm trying to find anything from. That's not what I'm looking for.
Yeah, and you know, it's cool. Like going a little bit back to, you know, Notorious. You know, the team has actually been around for a little while now. You know, I think they're like 10, 11 years, something like that. They've won 4 events in a row. You know, they placed first in 4 events in a row now. But they've played a total of 35 matches, and they have been undefeated so far. In 35 matches. That's
pretty good.
That's impressive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I saw some of the clips that were on their Instagram. She was very, very like natural. I thought she did really well. She's come a long way in terms of her on-camera presence, that's for sure. Because when she talked with us, what was it, last year, the year before? Mm-hmm. I mean, you could tell she was pretty nervous, but no, she did a fantastic job. She really did. And I have no doubt that you know, your feelings on the matter, Lupe, about the event itself going over was on the mark as well. I mean, we've said it before, Chris and Jeff and the crew over there at Bunkerfest. They do a fantastic job of meeting everybody's needs and making sure that you know, things go off without a hitch. So that doesn't shock me at all.
All right. Sorry, I was like all lost. I know you guys are just looking at my face like, I found the footage from WCPPL,
Oh, okay.
and that's all I'm going to say about their footage. So, look, I don't want to say I don't want to say anything bad because I did talk to homeboy over there at with WCPPL's kind of like their media guy.
Yeah.
And when we talked, he was like even telling me that he was one of the ones that does the commentating for it. Sometimes they get other commentators to come onto it, and it's obviously they got to put together. I'm trying to say this in a very
Diplomatic way.
there we go. That's in a diplomatic way. Before you start live streaming, I probably wouldn't have broadcasted. I would have seen how one camera angle looks, and then start thinking about, okay, how can we invest into multiple angles? Because it's definitely something that's needed, because it's literally a shot of one side at the 50 and the other side at the 50. And it's just like, I don't think I would have been able to watch that.
Well, here,
I know,
here's
yes.
my,
Oh boy. This
yeah,
is coming from me, which obviously Dennis is more diplomatic than I am. I am definitely not the diplomatic one. I will just tell you straight out that, you know.
well, I mean, to an extent, I'm absolutely going to agree with you. Watching paintball, you have to be able to encompass. You have to be able to encompass the whole field, because if you're focused on one particular area on the field, you're missing everything else that's going on, for one. But the other thing is the fact that the most exciting things you're going to see is literally somebody is in that bunker,
Okay, wait.
shooting somebody or getting shot out.
So it is one camera or two. Sorry. And the camera is literally, it's somebody that's panning the camera left and right.
See, again, I feel like that's part of the issue, because if you're literally single camera just going back and forth, you're missing the action that's going on off camera. But you're also, I mean, it's almost like tennis. The way that they have to shoot a tennis match has got to be engaging enough to make people want to continue watching, you know. And you can't literally, the camera can't just be going back and forth like this, because you're going to give everybody, motion sickness, and it's boring. That's what the crowd is doing. They're sitting there watching the ball go back and forth like this.
Yeah.
With a camera, you get certain angles. Like if they had been, high up in one corner looking diagonally across the field, so you can see closest, the home closest to the camera, you can see all the moves being made there, but you can still see downfield. You can watch the opposing team moving their way, towards the camera. And then
well, I mean, Lupus said it best right here, which says, yeah, Bunkerfest broadcast similar, and then NXL definitely does the best broadcast.
Right. And that's the thing, is like, yeah, of course, money plays a part in that. If you don't really have the funds to be able to invest in things like the Skycam that Go Sports has, they can literally run that camera back and forth, and it runs directly over the middle of the field. It's got a full 360-degree view, so they can watch as they are going over the field. They can pan the camera as it's moving. Stuff like that is exciting. Like I say, putting a camera high up in one corner where you can see home, but you can also see downfield.
Yeah. I mean, that camera, those cameras now are not as expensive as people think. Those cameras are actually, that whole rig system, you can get it for like $800, maybe less.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And but the thing is you have to keep in mind that one camera of each. What happens? That camera goes down. So
Yeah.
sometimes buying multiple of the cameras can be cost prohibitive, but they pay for themselves ultimately because
Oh yeah.
you're getting better footage. Yeah,
But you
Lupe,
also,
it's like watching it's like trying to watch hockey.
yeah,
Watching hockey on TV is it's terrible.
it's tough.
And I'll be the first to admit it. I
Yeah.
hate watching games on TV because you miss a lot.
Yeah. But the other problem is that they need guys that know how to do a live event where you have your switcher in front of you, like the one that I just bought, and you're bouncing between your cameras. All right. And you're watching on multiple, monitors
Yeah.
saying, all right, go to camera. And this is where it literally comes to, you've got an operator and you got a producer. And the producer's literally just sitting there watching all the monitors and telling the operator, all right, go to camera
3, and
right,
then go to camera 5. Yeah.
camera. Okay. And then if you've got somebody out on the field, you've got the headset going, you're like, all right, hey, camera 4, I want to get a close up right there. All right, get ready to go.
Yeah.
Go to camera 4. This is stuff that I learned years ago doing, like, literally live events, and we were using old school switchers, which was pretty sketchy with those things. But the newer stuff is pretty complex.
The little dot. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. No, we had a handle that we would go to cause the fade to go if we wanted, or we had a button that'll do it quicker. But my switcher is literally, I keep saying the word literally. I gotta stop doing that. My switcher
literally
is smaller than my, actually, I have one of these little compact keyboards. So this is about the size of what my switcher is. And I can connect 4 cameras and do all kinds of stuff with it. And even then, I still have other tricks that could bring in other cameras. But anyways, that's just my 2 cents. No one's going to want to hire me. So it's all right. They don't have the money to hire me. I'm too expensive.
They can't afford me.
They can't. And I'll go cheap, as I'll go with the old rates that I used to charge, which was back in the day was $72 an hour.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the other thing. There are still a lot of people out there who did media coverage, what have you, of some of these events who never got paid. They never got reimbursed, despite the fact that they were promised, oh yeah, we'll cover your expenses. We'll at least cover your expenses to get out here. And then, we can hook you guys up with some gear and stuff like that or whatever. Never got it. Like, to this day, still have not got it. So.
Yeah. But, I mean, look, Bunkerfest, they tried, and I know that right now their main focus is just to get the event going.
Yeah, I mean,
well.
Overall, the Bunkerfest series is still relatively new. I think they've only been doing it, 3-4 years now? This is only like the 3rd or 4th year, something like that. So,
3rd year, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, they're improving on the formula every time.
Yeah.
But that being said, they are, I mean, you're absolutely right. They're still establishing, the groundwork and really kind of making sure that behind the scenes, they've got everything they need.
Yeah. Because you need to have that solid foundation before you start adding in the bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So, and that's what they're doing. 3rd year, now they're adding in this. I don't know if they did last year, but they've got the live stream going great. So now it's got to improve on the live stream.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Next year,
and
more cameras.
And I mean, biased opinion, but I think having Haley come on board to do, like in the pit interviews and stuff like that, I that's a very smart move for Bunkerfest as a whole.
Yes, but I'll give you a but to that. But I would improve on that and get her a microphone and put her in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing Instagram stuff, you still could have somebody with, and again, I'm just throwing it out there into the universe, projecting it. Who knows? It might reach my fellow hair buddy, Jeff. But you can mount two devices onto a mount. I have a mount actually that where you can actually put them on side by side. So you have your Instagram running, you could have TikTok running at the same time, and
Yeah.
then you have your microphone just connected.
You muted yourself.
Dang it, I always do that. Or like our wireless mics that we have, which Deity is. I'm going to throw this out here, shameless plug for them. Deity, there's Rhodes, and then there's Deity, and Deity has definitely matched up to Rhodes, and it's at a fraction of the cost, and I love their stuff. So
yeah,
I will swear by
was,
Deity now.
Yeah, I was super impressed with the Deity mics. For anybody who saw the interviews that we did at the charity event this past December, we were literally we were 5 feet away from Big Sexy and his DJ setup.
Yeah.
And in pouring rain, and you could still clearly hear me talking to Lynn, with no fading or the background noise overpowering what we were talking about. So I'm very, very impressed with those little mics, and they're like this big too. I mean, they're super tiny.
Yeah, the units are very small, so they attach, like if you have a rig around a cage around your phone, which is something I might look into later on down the line if we start getting out more, which I want to. It literally will slide right on there, and it still doesn't make it very big or bulky. So
a shameless plug for you there, Luke.
I got to get mine so I can put on my computer and on my my Flash too. But yeah, I mean, I get it. A lot of people are starting to come around to live stream, but it's something to shoot it and learn before you go directly. Because even for us, how long was it before we even started doing it? It was a year and a half before we even started doing our
almost a year and a half before we started doing live stream. Yeah.
So it took that long to kind of get a feel of the format and how we're going to be doing this and everything. And then, putting it up and then finally finding the right program to use and then trying it out. And, everything about it was a trial and error before we actually went and said, all right, we're going to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
And here we are. Yeah. So now we do it with the other podcast, with this podcast. We tried, what was it? Watch Party for the first time.
Oh yeah.
It was
an unmitigated disaster. Let's just be honest. We were supposed to start at 2:00. I don't think we actually got it all set up until almost 4.
Where we actually got it running.
Yeah.
Running. It was at 4:00. So, but we learned a lot in that time that the next one that we do will go a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And I know the issues that we had. And I was also thinking, shoot, I wish I had a switcher so we can be moving back and forth between the cameras, because I got plenty of cameras to go around, and we needed more shots of us, even though you guys don't want to see too much of this, but we needed more shots of that so we could make it more interesting.
Yeah. And I mean, this all kind of ties in. Our point in talking about this is, I mean, absolutely, it's a trial and error kind of a situation when you're out on the field trying to do a live broadcast of, an NXL style, an X-ball style paintball match. It's not an exact science, but again, reach out to a homie and you'd be surprised what you might come up with.
We're not saying, where to reach out to, who to reach out to,
Right.
BTM, but
Yeah.
you know, we are more than happy to be commentating,
Yeah.
and I'm more than happy to help with setting up stuff as far as what you'll need, what you should do with this and this and that. Again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I really am not. But I do have experience in doing all this stuff, and when I see it not done right, it bugs me to no end. I'm just like, oh, dude, and I'll literally not watch. I'll turn something off because, like, if people actually watched our watch party, I'm just amazed.
I'd be amazed.
Yeah, because personally, I wouldn't have watched it. I definitely would have turned it off and not come back to us because
even though it was sidekicks,
it was a great movie. Yeah, but and dude, I've been watching. Wait, what? Well, we need.
That's true.
Vince.
That's very true. Although those are big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
those are really big shoes to fill. Mainly because of the fact that Vince knew everybody, and he was, obviously with good reason, he was very well respected. But that's the hard part, is that, until we've got a few more people in our circle, I'll tell you right now, I get ignored all the time. I reach out to people at the different companies. I reach out to people who might, hey, what about this room or that room or what have you, and I either get left on red, which ouch, or they just don't answer me at all. I can see that they never even bothered to open it, but I know that they're posting content because new stuff comes up, and I'm like, hey, I messaged you a week ago, man. So his connections, were a huge asset for him, because he could talk to the people who, were a little bit more behind the scenes, and could get some of these, hey, we heard that this team might be wanting to pick up some more players, or this player's looking to leave, or what have you. Well, we'll see. We'll see. For anybody out there watching, I am going to be in Austin, Texas from July 8th through the 16th.
Yeah, you messaged me about that, and I know I didn't get back to you, but I'd have to look over my schedule because I don't even know, or I got to double check the training for that month. But I definitely would love to go out there, but we will see.
Yeah. It's gonna be mixing business and pleasure, because I'm gonna be visiting with my parents. But I already told them, hey, I'd really like to, I'd really like to meet up with, with some of our buddies that are there. Oh, that's kind of a bummer, because I was hoping that I'd actually be able to meet Haley as well. But yeah, so I'm gonna make time to meet up with Lupe. He and I are gonna actually share the same air. I also reached out to Niles over the Texas Cyclones. He's super excited. I'm hoping that he'll be able to make some time to be able to meet up with me and stuff like that. You may have to do it in the same day. I don't know. But that being said,
that's a lot of talking going on in one place between those two guys.
Oh my God. Well, with the three of us in the same room, holy cow.
Oh, if I was there, it'd just be Oklahoma, Oklahoma, Oklahoma. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma is the place to be. I think that's how it goes. Maybe that's Green Acres.
Green Acres is a place to be.
Yeah.
I'm living it.
Yeah, I sang the wrong song.
Yeah. Yes, you did. Look at Oklahoma. Sorry. All right. Oklahoma.
But that being said, yeah, I'm super excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'll finally actually get to meet Lupe in person. Hoping to get to meet Niles in person. Mike, if you're listening,
Come to Texas.
See if you can free up some time between July 8th and the 16th, and come to Texas. We can get all four of us in the same room, and we can sit around and eat barbecue.
Ooh. Of course, Lupe would know the next line.
Yep.
To that. Or what's the or?
Yeah, he was channeling his Ava Gabor there.
Oh man.
Here's the other thing that I need to figure out. Speaking of my trip down to Texas, do I try and bring gear? And what's going to be the easiest way for me to smuggle a tank to Texas?
Don't you just have to undo the reg?
Meet at World Cup and eat a pizza at Flippers at Old Town. Now that is definitely an idea.
That's
definitely an idea.
That's definitely a possibility. That far down the line is more of a possibility for me.
Yeah.
Because when's World Cup usually?
November?
Is it November?
I think.
Because if it's that far down the line, I definitely could start to plan for that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's in November. Yeah, well, I mean, I kind of figured I could, if I brought the bare bones stuff, that I could probably scrounge up a tank somewhere or something like that. So I figure, like, maybe if I bring just my goggles, my shocker, and like my soft goods, then I could get hooked up with some other stuff while we're there, assuming that the weather is going to be permitting enough, because one of the doctors I work with is actually born and raised in Lubbock, and he said, "Oh, Austin in July, it's going to be blazing hot." All right.
Hey, are you flying down there? Or are you driving?
I'm going to be flying. Yeah, I'm going to be flying.
Oh, okay. See, yeah.
So I'm leaving California July 8th, which is a Sunday, and I'm coming back on the 16th, which is the following Sunday. It'll probably be in the hundreds. Yeah, great.
I know that it's a ticket out to San Antonio right now is like $70 one way.
Yeah.
So they've finally gotten the price have finally come down quite a bit. So who knows? Who knows?
Well, regardless, I'm definitely going to be coming out with I'm definitely going to have at least my BTM, jersey, t-shirt, whatever, so that way I can.
Oh, I'm going to send you with like a set of the Deity mics so you can talk to those guys and record something.
Well, not just that, but I was going to say, like, maybe even get a chance to go to Pro Edge and do like a little in-store, walk around at Pro Edge, talk to the guys there.
Oh, I'm sure these guys can set that up for you.
Yeah.
So
I'd love to be able to get in there. I mean, hint, Lupe, hint. but
Lupe, it's time to hit all your connects up. Let them know that. What? And let them know, hey, guess who's coming to town?
Yeah, exactly. Although now that I think about it, I worry, because Lupe's gonna be like, "Yeah, this goofball's coming to town. We're gonna get him out on the field, and then we'll make him run across one side while everybody just unloads, do the shooting gallery."
You got to do a shooting gallery. You got to, and record that.
Oh, what do you think, Lupe? You think you get enough people to do a shooting gallery and we can post it?
It ends up just being Lupe.
He said, "No, that's a birthday thing."
Oh, there we go.
but if you want, no, I don't really want to, but
It would just be
it
funny.
would be funny. It would be very funny. But regardless, yeah, I'm really excited to be able to get out there. I'm going to be able to spend some time with my parents, and get to talk, get to see them because it's been a bit, but also get to meet up with Lupe. Hopefully, meet up with Niles. Get to experience some good Texas barbecue.
Oh, you're gonna be out there on a Sunday, on a Monday.
Yes, I'm going to be there on a Monday.
Record live from Texas.
I could. I'd have to probably set up in a spare bedroom at my parents' house or something like that. But no, absolutely. I was way ahead of you on that. The only problem being is that it may not be until like Tuesday or Wednesday that I get to hang out with
Oh, yeah,
them.
I know that, but yeah, you'll be recording from
But I'll
Texas.
be in Texas. Yeah. I'll be in Texas on that Monday. Absolutely.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So paintball, guys. Paintball. Oh,
Well, like I said, I mean,
since we
it's
got Lupe on here, Lupe, I just want to let you know that that one movie clip that you sent on on the other Instagram.
wait,
I
the
actually,
the motorcycle one?
no, not that one. I haven't found that one yet. The mummy one.
Oh God.
I found the movie. I actually,
No.
yes, and I have it on my watch list on Tubi. Seriously, dude, we have to get sponsored by freaking Tubi because I watch so many movies on Tubi and I like swear by Tubi now. So the movie is called Devil Story.
Devil Story. Okay.
Devil Story. And here's the synopsis of it. After their car breaks down in the French countryside, a young couple must fend off a Nazi mutant and his gypsy mother, a mummy, and a possessed horse.
But what was the old man was speaking English. He wasn't speaking French, and he was like, "I control the mummy."
You know what? It might be dubbed, but it is a Nazi mutant, his gypsy mother, a mummy,
Okay.
and a possessed horse. A
That
horse.
horse.
Possessed horse.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this movie. Lupa, thank you for sending that over to me. Because David won't. I know Dennis might watch it, but David definitely is like, why do you put yourself through it? I do it for the art. And no,
We're
yeah, I know.
slowly drifting off.
But yeah, it never got considered for a Golden Globe. I'm very shocked. I am very shocked.
That's a Cannes Film Festival winner right there.
Oh, by far, it definitely is. But just so you guys know, I have definitely been putting in my time with these movies, and I got to say that the last good bad movie that I watched was Street Fighter.
Wait, with Sonny Chiba or with Jean Claude Van Damme?
With VCD.
Ah,
It's
okay, okay.
J
not even a Razzie.
JC. Was it? Oh my God! How did?
DVD.
Yeah. So
It was the live action Lupe, the one with JCVD and Raul
JC,
Julia.
yes.
Which unfortunately that was the last movie he ever made before he passed away.
I know, what a way to go. What a
You know, it's like even though he has this amazing body of work, a lot of people are going to be like, "Oh man, what was his final movie?" Street Fighter. He played M. Bison in Flying Shoes.
yes. So guys, if you're ever wondering what I'm watching or ever want to know what I'm watching, definitely check out the
Godshack Cinema.
Garchak Cinema, and I give you guys a clip of what I'm watching, and you guys have to guess.
Yeah.
So, um, I did start watching the Puppet Master movies. So I went through Puppet Master.
Those are good. Those are actually good, though.
Well, the first one was decent. The rest of them just, I don't know what's going on, but they go downhill quick.
Well, I mean, but they're properly creepy.
They are. I mean, they're freaking puppets, and you're like, what the? So yeah. But yeah, I mean that's again, we're kind of in limbo waiting for NXL to happen. We're gonna try to get we'll try to get Jeff to come back on the show. We got a couple people that we want to reach out to. We don't know if they're going to, as Dennis said earlier, respond to us.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I don't know. Oh, maybe actually, maybe Lupe can help us with that one. So I've reached out to Arc Anodizing a couple of times. Ryan says he's very interested in being on the show, but unfortunately, between you know, playing off for Infamous and then running the business, he doesn't have a lot of free time. But that being said, I don't know if you happen to run into him, just throw our name back out there. But yeah, I mean, I've reached out to them. We've reached out to the guys over at Lone Wolf. Hopefully, they'll they'll be able to free up some time and speak with us. That would be great. And Brandon, our buddy Brandon over at Sunday Paintball, you can hit us up anytime, my friend.
I would just reach out to him and get him back on the show because he said he'd love to be on it
absolutely.
again.
I'd love to have him back on.
Got an itch. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much. I'm gonna have to say that's pretty much it for us on this one. See, this is what kind of sucks is because we're in such a small bubble, and we've talked about this millions of times. We're such a small bubble when it comes to the paintball industry that it's not like news pops up every week. It's or even every month. Oh well, then Haley's got an in there. Ask little Boo Boo if she'll help us out and hook us up with some people.
She's gonna kill you for that one, Lupe.
But yeah, I mean, unlike our other show that we do, I mean, we pop out stuff so quick and fluent, and I mean, I literally have to sift through the stories of what we're going to talk about for the show. Where this, I'm like literally sifting and digging and seeing what I could come up with, and sometimes I just come up with goose eggs. So yeah, so you guys end up watching us and listening to us babble about something, which I mean, we do talk about paintball still. I did dig up I dug up 3 videos because I cleaned out my shed. I found my play better faster or play better faster. It's the Iron Man video that they put out.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember what it's called now, but it's got a red cover on it. Lupe. You know what? I reached out to those guys, and I'm still waiting for them to give us the time of day because they have yet to say anything. So, if you got an in there, hit them up, please. But so I found that one, and then I found my Heroes for a Day, which I was really excited to find.
Oh yeah, we still gotta get those guys on the show too.
Yeah, these guys. And I also found it was one of the episodes of the ESPN show that they put out. I can't remember which one. It was the one where we actually got out to the place and stuff. Do they say that they remember us, or they just like were like, oh, that's cool? Maybe I'll hit them up again. It's like I got to keep bugging people. I hate
Yeah.
having to bug people. That's one thing that I hate doing. But if we have to, we have to. I know that we want to talk to Robbo again from the
From Square One and the NTX Goonies. Yeah, we've been meaning to get him back on, especially after now that it's been a couple of Bunker Fests. We can talk about I'd love to hear about how well the kids are playing.
Yeah, so we'll reach out to him and get him back on here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So we got 3 people watching us too. Is one of them your mom?
She probably would have said something by now if it was.
That's true.
All you need to do is say Lupe sent me, and boom. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. Now, as whether or not the boom would be them slamming the door, or like
boom would be like, bam, I'll be on your show.
Yeah, right.
But all right, guys, you know what? We're gonna wrap it up on this one. I think that's pretty much it for us. We've been dragging this one out. So, you guys, it was great. I mean, it's always fun to come on, anyways, because it's our show, and we get a chance to talk to Lupe. And when Mike is, I'm sure Mike's sewing away inside his room right now, or whatever he may be doing. So, Mike, hi. We didn't get to hear from you much, but hi. But if you want to get a hold of us, definitely check out our Instagram, our TikTok, which I'm going to start posting up more stuff on TikTok because I'm starting to get the feel for it. Our Facebook, our YouTube, our Twitch, they are all Behind the Mask Media, along with our Gmail account. So if you guys want to get a hold of us, by all means, you can DM us. And either myself or Dennis we're going to answer you. If you get a message where there's no name at the bottom, just a message, that's me. Dennis takes the time to actually put his name on there. So
yeah, I try to.
Moved from Ironman to see, that's what sucks, is that because we were looking to we would see a lot of these things pop up on either Vince's Instagram or other places, and now nobody's saying anything.
Well, I mean, I try and save pages on our Instagram for us to use, but I don't know if you.
Sometimes you gotta hit me up and tell me.
Okay.
Sometimes I honestly don't look because I'm got a million other things. Like today, I didn't even get a chance to. Well, I don't know why this got saved.
What?
The picture of 2 people holding 2 round things and it ends up being a butt. I don't know how that got saved, or why that. And even this one, why this one got. I think I just accidentally hit them. So
when you're scrolling with your thumb and you hit the
yeah. Oh, see, you should have hit me up and let me know. These things are like a couple days ago. Well, this one was like 3 days ago. Rob Velez.
Oh yeah. Rob Velez left. He left Blast Camp and went back to Revo.
Yeah. But there we go. My fault. But no colon segment on this one. Although today I had some coffee and it hit me at the wrong time. I was at Home Depot and I was like, I gotta go. I had stuff in my hands and I'm like, I can't go into the bathroom with this stuff. It's gonna wait right here. And I took off and I was like, all right, I feel better now. But but yeah, so if you guys want to hear about all the other stuff that we do, which is like the Geek Saga, which is our geek centric dive into the geekdom. You like that? Podcast. And we talk about everything that we love, which if you look over Dennis's shoulder back there, his other love is back there, which is all his Star Wars stuff. And if you look behind me, obviously it's all my like pops and nerd stuff. So you guys can check that out. Go on to comiccon-radio.com. You can listen to the episodes that we have up so far, and also check us out on Wednesdays at 7:30, where we go live now. We've now just started live with myself, Dennis, and David, and we're all talking about all the geek stuff that's going on, stuff that's going on for the week, stuff that's going on just in the news period when it comes to the geek stuff, and we have a lot of fun with it. So you guys can definitely check us out there. With that, I guess that's, oh man, Chris went to a massive Star Wars store in Dallas. Really? Well, that's cool. Do you have any pictures?
No.
Then it didn't happen. It just didn't happen.
Yeah. It's gonna take me back to the early 2000s. Pixar Shens.
So anyways, guys, it's been great. It's been fun. As always, we have fun coming on here and talking and babbling on, even if it is just for, a short time, and it's never, we just start shooting our mouths off. But, it is what it is. And another way that you could,
I gave you a cookie.
By all means, support us.
Gave you cookie. Gave me cookie, got you cookie. You gave me cookie, I got you cookie, man. Gave me cookie, got you cookie. We're even, Schmidt.
You guys can go onto our Instagram. Go onto our link tree. The very top link says, buy us a cookie. And thanks to the support of Buckaroo Bonsai, who was generous and has bought a good amount of cookies for us, we were able to produce some t-shirts, which I don't have a picture of the new shirts yet, but I did wear one last episode, and it said, check them or get them out.
Yeah,
so
that
we
was
have those shirts.
The get them out. Yeah,
and then we also have one where it just has our logo on the chest. It's a new design to it. The behind the mask is no longer in the logo. It is now under the logo, so we can move that wherever we want to put it. BTM is no longer on top. We are now just our logo. That's what the shirt's going to be. So we have those shirts. We will be giving some out. We will be selling some. As soon as I get our webpage actually set up, which I do have, I'm starting to work that. You'll be able to purchase our shirts there. But if you want to support us and not buy a shirt, or how about this? If you buy 5 cookies, buy us 5 cookies, 10 cookies. There we go. That's an expensive shirt, but you buy us 10 cookies, we'll throw in a shirt. Throw in 2 shirts.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, 2 shirts. So there you go, guys. 10 cookies for 2 shirts. Can't go wrong with that. Buckaroo, before you start throwing your money at us, if you buy us 10 cookies, you're already getting shirts. So, but if you want to support us still, by all means. But it's a great way to help us out, which we get these shirts. We could, start collecting, getting more cash so we can start doing more things and going more places. And hopefully maybe add to our team so we could then start splitting off and going places. So there we go, guys. We want to give a shout out to our friends over at Sunday Paintball, Brandon, sundaypaintball.com. He's got some great gear. Check his stuff out. Go onto his website, look over his stuff. Tell him we sent you. Tell him we said hi, and buy something. Sorry, we don't give out like promo codes or anything, but buy something regardless.
Yeah,
pick up some of his stuff.
Absolutely.
And then also we've got Mike over at Charm City, which I should keep my headband close by for that. But
yeah, that thing is so sick.
Yeah, he makes some amazing headbands. So check him out. the best way to get a hold of him is on Instagram. You DM him and he will, by all means, talk back to you guys and, get you guys the headbands that you guys want and all that other stuff. So there you go. Charm City, Sunday Paintball, some great guys, and definitely support them. All right, guys. So with that, I'm going to get myself set up because if you guys noticed, there has not been a single bit of lag.
Yeah, it's true.
No lag. None. Nothing whatsoever, which I am so seriously stoked. That means I did the whole... This is the first time I actually wired up the whole Cat 5. It's not that hard, but I've never really run it, and it's... The wire itself is pretty, kind of sensitive. If you bend it too much, it'll actually break inside. So it's, yeah. But ran it myself, did everything else. I was up in the attic. I still got to take a shower and change out of these pants because this is where I think a good amount of the freaking insulation is on my pants. I can feel it. So, yeah, I do not miss that from the days of construction. Believe me, I used to hate those days.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, all right, guys. Well, that is it for us for tonight. Definitely come back next week. Same BTM time, same BTM channels, and two same old faces that you're going to see on this show. But yeah, we'll definitely have somebody on with us, or we'll have some news. I'll start checking the Instagram more to start seeing what Dennis is putting down, because apparently I'm not doing that. But all right, guys, you guys all have a wonderful night, and it's time to end it the way we always end it. Let me drop some knowledge on you guys.
Right.
Drop cash onto the counters of those stores. Let's help them. Let's support them. They support us, so let's support them. Drop the cash on the counters of the fields. Apparently, one of our local fields has opened up a field that has been closed because it was in disarray, and he's recently reopened it. Why? Because he realized he needed to open that field. Seriously, guys, it's not brain surgery. It's not that hard. You open up fields, more people will come. You fix up your fields, more people will come. More people, more money, more fun for us.
That's right.
Anyways. All right, guys. So here we go. If you can shoot, you can move, and you can play.